Picture this, a train speeding at 70 miles per hour and suddenly an invasive species appears right in front of it. Hundreds of horrific accidents have occurred across the U.S. where animals and invasive species couldn't foresee the danger. Each collision leaves behind terrifying consequences, and the question remains, how can we prevent such tragedies? Don't miss the video. Share your thoughts, and don't forget to leave a comment with the number 1 if you want to witness these chilling moments. Every year, dozens of tragic collisions between trains and livestock occur across the U.S., especially in rural areas. When a cow or goat suddenly appears on the tracks, a train moving at high speed is almost impossible to stop in time, leading to dangerous crashes and unforeseeable consequences. On many farms, livestock often wander near train tracks, unintentionally becoming victims of massive oncoming trains. A full-grown cow weighing up to 1,500 pounds can cause a disaster, derailing trains or damaging engines, leaving devastating consequences. With goats, although their small size makes them less likely to cause damage to trains, they almost certainly cannot survive a collision. Therefore, a minimum fine of $5,000 is imposed if livestock are found on the tracks to ensure passenger safety. However, the question remains whether these measures are truly sufficient to prevent such unfortunate tragedies. At a farm in the American West, over 50 sheep were grazing near the railroad tracks. As the train approached, they panicked and scattered, with some escaping in time, but others remained trapped on the tracks. To prevent such tragedies, new designs include special devices to push invasive species away from the tracks, rather than letting them face collisions with trains.
There goes the baby!
Over 20 elephants have been struck by trains in India, making the situation increasingly severe. Although some fences have been built along the railway lines, less than 30% of high-risk areas are protected. Authorities need to deploy sensor systems capable of detecting animals on the tracks and sending alerts to train drivers remotely, helping to reduce the need to collect animal carcasses after each accident. Upon seeing an approaching train, a mother bear hurriedly led her cubs across the tracks. To minimize such dangerous situations, the most effective solution is to install sensor systems capable of detecting abnormalities, allowing trains to slow down from a distance as soon as animals are detected on the tracks. A snake slithers across the tracks, unaware that a train is approaching at high speed. The snake cannot recognize the danger from the train. This is a challenging issue in managing invasive species. Do you have any suitable solutions for this situation? One morning in the Arizona mountains, a goat herder leads a flock of goats across a road that crosses the tracks. Do you think the remaining goat will escape the tracks? Please comment yes if you think it will escape. A massive iron train rushes by in the blink of an eye, causing significant damage to the ducks in Louisiana, valuable assets to the locals. The responsibility lies with the people, and the government should enforce a ban on uncontrolled livestock grazing along transportation routes.
Bapaknya tabrak kereta, ya Allah. Astagfirullah.
Even a nimble animal like a monkey would struggle to avoid a train traveling at 55 miles per hour in Georgia. Collisions with invasive species can cost up to $450,000 each year. To reduce the risk, many countries have built dedicated wildlife overpasses to prevent animals from crossing the tracks. In Colorado, the increase in the wild pig population has led to many accidents near the tracks, requiring the installation of protective fences. What about building observation stations near high-risk areas? In another case, a bird flying low to the ground met a tragic fate when a train rushed by at high speed. The quickest solution is to reduce the availability of food sources or nesting areas near the tracks so that birds don't gather there. The roar of the train causes the flock of sheep to panic, but can they run faster than a train approaching at 60 miles per hour? In the chaos, one sheep gets separated from the herd, standing still on the tracks, and the worst happens. Building underpasses in areas with livestock would allow animals to escape to safety. The economic damage from train accidents involving cows is significant. When trains have to stop due to a collision clearing, the tracks can take between 2 and 3 hours. This not only causes serious disruption, but also delays thousands of passengers, affecting schedules and transportation services. Above all, communities living near railroad tracks need to be more aware and not let livestock wander onto the tracks. Crossing the tracks as a train approaches is not only reckless, but can also cause horrific accidents. Hundreds of collisions occur every year due to a single moment of carelessness. What do you think about this issue? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on our upcoming content. The most alarming development comes from data collected by government agencies and surveillance footage in Istanbul. The number of wild boars entering urban areas has skyrocketed to over 500 in just a few weeks. Their instincts are becoming more aggressive as they adapt to this unfamiliar environment. Do you want to explore the hunt today? Leave a D2 Trodakiti in the comments to get started. Driven by panic and territorial instincts, this invasive species has repeatedly attacked city centers, commercial areas, and even local shops, posing a direct threat to human safety. In just 10 days, the situation has spiraled out of control, overwhelming police efforts to contain them. In the face of such dangerous attacks, finding a safe shelter is crucial to minimize the risk of injury or worse. The situation is highly tense, and Turkish authorities have swiftly implemented strict regulations to ensure safety and ethics in wild boar hunting. Hunters must have the appropriate license and are only permitted to hunt in designated areas. The ammunition used is 12 gauge, and the .308 Winchester is one of the few approved types for wild boar hunting. Hunters caught using illegal ammunition face heavy fines, weapon confiscation, and even imprisonment. Non-compliance with regulations will result in penalties. The hunts are carefully organized and supervised to prevent accidents. Each group works with a guide and safety officers. Communication is constant and no shot is fired without confirmation. When everything is ready, the hunter faces a difficult challenge. Do you like this wild boar hunt? If so, leave a 2 or 3 in the comments. If not, leave a toss 4. Nighttime visibility in Toki is significantly lower than during the day, and darkness becomes an ally for wild boars. According to research by local wildlife organizations, wild boars are most active from 8:00 p.m. to 2:00 a.m. During these hours, they move in large groups of 10 to 30 individuals to forage for food. With such numbers, hunters must rely on advanced equipment to stay ahead. Thermal scopes and thermal binoculars become essential tools, allowing hunters to track movements without wasting precious fuel or letting the target escape. In addition to traditional hunting methods, Turkey has utilized Japanese-style leg hold traps since 2015 to control the wild boar population. This method enhances hunter safety by minimizing direct confrontations with these invasive species. With leg hold traps, there's no need for guns or tranquilizers. Once a wild boar is caught, hunters use an 8-foot pole to restrain and handle the animal. These traps must be checked regularly to avoid accidentally capturing native wildlife like deer. As hunting regulations evolve, the responsibilities of hunters become increasingly stringent. From 2025 onward, hunters will be required to participate in specialized training programs focusing on humane trapping methods, equipment handling, and wildlife conservation. With the wild boar population on the rise, raising awareness and developing skills has never been more critical. Hunters must remain vigilant, thoroughly prepared, and compliant with changing regulations to ensure safety and effectiveness in the field. This is a serious issue concerning the safety and livelihoods of the people of Turkey. If you have also encountered these challenges, please leave comment number 1 below. We always welcome helpful insights on dealing with wild boars from you. The subscribe button will help you receive more updates in our next video. These approaches have been fantastic in curbing the spread of some invasive species. Do you have any ideas for better solutions? Leave your thoughts in the comments so we can all explore together. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to tell your friends about us so they can watch too. Goodbye and see you in the next video.
Hello everyone! A safari is not only a place to view wildlife, but also an adventure full of surprises and incredible moments with invasive species. Today, we bring you stunning footage captured by lucky travelers on their journey. Are you ready to explore? If so, leave a comment with the number 1 to start the video.
Oh, God!
Going with a guide might make you feel safer on a tour about invasive species, but that doesn't mean you can avoid surprises. Right in front of you is a male lion, and you never know what it's going to do next. When you're in the territory of a top predator, you have to keep your distance and never turn your back. Safari tourists might not realize that they're not just visiting gorillas. They might also encounter them in unexpected situations. The national park is one of the world's top destinations for this formidable species, where you can get up close in surprising ways. Although there have been no reports of dangerous attacks, when a gorilla beats its chest, it's a clear sign that you're encroaching on its territory. It's also an incredible moment for a photo. Leopards in South Africa have become accustomed to humans, even friendly enough to allow tourists to snap selfies. But don't let the appearance of this invasive species fool you. They're still dangerous predators. In the Sabi Sands Reserve, they like to hide out on large tree branches and have a bite force twice as strong as that of a lion. The guide immediately signals the driver to reverse. When a tiger appears on the road, any mistake could come at a high price. This invasive species can attack even without provocation. When facing one, it's best to give way, as they can leap up to 30 feet in a single bound. And if you run, their predatory instincts will kick in instantly. On many safaris across Africa, elephants often block the road for tourists, especially in areas with large herds like Chobe National Park, home to over 1,200 elephants. Although generally seen as gentle giants, male elephants in mating season can become aggressive and charge at passing vehicles. That's why a good guide always has the engine running before an elephant decides to make a move. In Zimbabwe, you don't have to venture far to see wildlife. They can show up right in the middle of the city. Locals are used to this, but newcomers should avoid sudden movements, as rhinos have poor eyesight but are highly sensitive to motion. If one is watching you, it's best to stay still or move slowly. Cape buffalo can turn a safari into a nightmare, causing millions of dollars in damage by ramming vehicles. They're easily agitated by bright colors, engine noise, and sudden movements. To minimize the risk, tourists should avoid brightly colored vehicles and switch off the engine when buffalo approach. Parks could also consider installing protective barriers. Do you think this is a reasonable solution? If not, leave comment number 2 below this video. Camels have learned to recognize tourists as an easy source of food. and they won't hesitate to stick their heads through car windows to grab anything within reach. In tourist-heavy areas, it's not uncommon to see camels surrounding vehicles, which can be dangerous since these animals can weigh up to 1,000 kilo. Quickly close your car doors if you see them approaching. It took the whole bag. It ate the entire bag. Let's go, now.
Oh, what is this count doing?
No one wants to see this, but it's a reality many drivers in Florida have to deal with. Monkeys don't just snap off side mirrors and wreck windshield wipers. They tear up interiors, turning cars into total wrecks. So, who's responsible before the damage gets even worse? We are. That's why the government needs to prioritize education around parking behavior, because it shouldn't be up to the monkeys. Oh no, no, no. Drive, drive, drive. On the savannah, zebras have a bite force of up to 3,000 psi, enough to crush something hard. Don't stop in areas with zebra herds, because one agitated zebra can cause the whole herd to panic. Always keep your windows closed and avoid direct eye contact with them. If you leave the window cracked, a zebra might attack. Never feed the zebras. Every moment on safari is a story, from spectacular encounters to unexpected situations, and a reminder to respect nature. If you had the chance to experience a safari, how would you react when faced with these dangerous situations? Share your thoughts below this video. Hit the subscribe button to get more value from the next video. Illegal wildlife trade is having a devastating impact on lion populations across Africa, pushing them to the brink of extinction. Tigers used to be the main target, hunted for their teeth, bones, and claws, which are highly valued in traditional African and Asian medicine as well as in luxury goods. But as tiger populations continue to decline, poachers have shifted their focus to lions. Are you ready to learn how people are working to conserve lions that are on the brink of extinction? If you are, leave comment number 1 below. The situation is becoming increasingly dire. According to Panthera, a leading wildcat conservation organization, lion populations have declined by 43% over the past 21 years. Another study shows that poaching for body parts now accounts for 35% of human-induced deaths in certain areas. These numbers are truly alarming and highlight the urgent need to support organizations like the International Anti-Poaching Foundation, IAPF, who are fighting to protect these animals from the devastating forces of poaching. Poaching has become an increasingly brutal threat to lion populations in Africa. It is estimated that there are now fewer than 9,600 lions left in Africa, down from around 36,000 just a few decades ago. Each year, between 1,000 and 1,500 lions are poached across the continent. The combined impact of poaching and habitat loss has forced lion populations to struggle for survival in many areas, with some regions witnessing declines of up to 73%. In the 1990s, the vast savannas of Africa were home to 200,000 lions, but today, fewer than 20,000 remain, marking an astonishing collapse.
Thank you. Yep. Okay, shoot him. Reload. Take him. Okay, good. Okay. Hold on. In the chest. Good shot, man.